Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. My dear students, I'm so glad to meet you again to your phonetics course, and this is our 8th class. And last time we have talked about the syllabifications, the syllables, how to syllabify the words, divide them into short syllables to pronounce them very well. Today we're going to have a syllables practice class. We are going to practice different kinds of words and try to cut them into short units, sound units. Syllables. What are syllables? Last time we have talked about syllables and their parts, and we said that the parts are onset and rhyme. Within the rhyme we find the nucleus and coda. Do you remember this slide? We've talked about syllables and their parts, right? So we said the parts of syllables are onset, rhyme. Within the rhyme we have the nucleus and the coda. Also, we've said that not all syllables have the parts. Not all the syllables have all the parts. The smallest possible syllable contains a nucleus only. So every smallest syllable, whatever it was, large or small, it should have a nucleus, okay? And we said a syllable may or may not have an onset and a coda. We said the onsets are often consonants, right? And the coda are often consonants, are always consonant actually. So I'm talking about the coda. The codas are always consonants, okay? The first part of the syllables, we've talked about the onset, and we said the onset is the beginning sounds of the syllable, the ones preceding the nucleus. Preceding يعني جاءت سابقة, before it. They're always consonants in English. These are always consonants in English. هذه مهمة. We need to understand it. So all onsets are always consonant in English. The nucleus is a vowel in most cases. Although the consonants like R, L, M, N هذول بنسميهم liquid sounds, and the velar nasal ing اللي هي تكتب بهذه الطريقة can also be the nucleus of a syllable. أعطيناكم أمثلة. We gave you some examples about how M and R, L and ing can be the nucleus of some syllables. So onsets are always consonants in English, and nucleus are always, or most cases, vowel. In the following words, the onset is in bold, the rest is underlined right here. Read, flap, strap. This is an onset, as you can see. They are all consonants. They are all consonants. If a word contains more than one syllable, each syllable will have the usual syllable parts. For example, window. How many simple syllables we have? We have 2 syllables. We got window. هذا onset, هذا onset. لكن هذا one syllable, هذا one syllable. So we have 2 syllables, 2 onsets. Tomato. The same here. We have 3 onsets, 3 syllables. Preposterous. Preposterous. We have 4 onsets and 4 syllables. Fundamental. Fundamental. All of these circled letters are consonants. They are consonants. So it's a good idea to generalize that all onsets are always consonants in English. Okay? So it depends. If a word has 2 syllables or 3 syllables, each syllable will have the usual syllable parts. The rhyme, this is the second part. The rhyme comes after the onset. A rhyme comes after the onset. Rhyme or rhyme, you can write it in both way, with I or where HY, the rest of the syllable. So after the onset, اللي حكينا عنهم, the beginning letters of a word, the rhyme can also be divided into two, Nicholas and coda. وحكينا بأن Nicholas are always, not always, in most cases, vowels. In some cases, L, N, R, and M, all of these are consonants. They might be the Nicholas for some syllables. So the rhyme consists of Nicholas and coda. And we have talked about this last time, right? Rhyme, the position of the rhyme, you can define it after. It comes after the onset. أول جزئية من الرhyme اللي هي Nicholas. Nicholas is the core or essential part of a syllable. And Nicholas must be present in order for a syllable to be present. In English and most other languages, most syllables are vowels. Most syllables, Nicholi, شمالهم, are vowels. Nicholi هي جمع لا Nicholas. They are always vowels. مش مثل الانسنت. Ansent حكينا عنهم consonants. Okay? The English liquids R, L, and the nasals M, N, and ang can be the Nicholi of syllable under certain conditions, like the word, for example, bird. Bird. هذه لو ما بنرفضها bird هكذا تكتب BRD, والR تكتب بهذا الشكل أحيانا. So bird, الR هي النيكلي اللي جاءت the essential part of a syllable, in the middle, the core, في الوسط. Okay? So some words may have nasal or liquid nicholi. Some words like bird have the nicholi R. Okay? And the nasals become syllables nicholi when they follow an alveolar consonant in the last syllable of a word. This happens in the relaxed or casual rather than the very formal articulation of the word, like button. Button. Okay? So all of these, they become the nicholi for some of the syllables of the words. Well, this is actually some specialists, they use this actually tree diagram to diagnose the syllables of a word. They usually use this tree diagram to diagnose and to divide the words into syllables. So the onset abbreviation is O, and it's usually consonant. هذه C على أساس إنها consonant. وحكينا في عندنا Nicholas اللي هي هذه بتكون في العادة vowels. Okay? هي بالعادة الشجرة بهذا الشكل تنقسم إلى onset ورhyme، والرhyme ينقسم إلى جزئين اللي هي Nicholas والcoda. وهنا حكينا عنها الonset، هذا الرhyme. هذا كثير مهم، هذه التمارين that we are going to talk about. They are so important because you will have at least 5 sentences in the final exam. I'm going to ask you how many syllables, how many onsets, how many rhymes, or how many codas does a word have. We will be having today several examples. We will use this tree diagram to understand how to syllabify a word. So pay attention to these exercises, to these examples, because in your final exam I will ask you how many syllables, how many onsets, how many nuclei, and how many codas does a word have. So just please try. It's very fun, you know. I call this class a class of fun, because it is really fun to divide the words, to understand the syllables, the contents of each word. By the time, once you do it again and again, it's going to be very easy for you to syllabify and pronounce any word, whether you are familiar or unfamiliar with these new words. Hopefully you get the idea. So our actually exercise is going to be how many syllables does this word have. Okay, so we will try to use the tree diagram to diagnose, لنشخص تشخيص, diagnose each word, to divide it, to cut it up into small syllables. So hopefully you get it now. Hopefully you enjoy this exercise, because it's part of your major. هذا جزء من تخصصكم. You will teach the students, people in the future, how to pronunciate, how to say out a word correctly in English. So let us start with our first example. Jump. Jump. How many? Okay, this is a question. How many syllables in this word? Jump. Jump. Okay, it's just one syllable. أول شيء بدنا نعمل transcription. لاحظوا كيف؟ ج. هذا ج. Jump. Jump. لاحظوا كيف؟ دي ج ج ج jump. Okay. طيب الآن خلينا نعمل how many syllables it does have? One syllable. It has one syllable. خلينا نعمل الآن a tree diagram. لاحظوا ال tree diagram كيف بدنا نعملها. بنبلش هذا syllables بتكون onset and rhyme. خلينا نختصرها الرايم بالR دائما. اوكي. والرايم بتكون من عنا لجزئين اللي هي النيكولاس والكودا. Okay. Onsets, we said that onsets دائما consonants. Do we have a consonant? طبعا الج consonant. فشو بنعمل؟ ج. Okay. الأ هذه أخذنا على أساس إنها vowel. فهي بتكون حكينا بأنه النيكولاس بالعادة هي vowels. فشو بنعمل؟ نضعها تحت الآن. النيكولاس النواة. الكودا are always consonant. في عندنا consonant after اللي هي الأم. فشو بصير؟ jump. Okay, let us move to another example. Jumping. Jumping. How many syllables? We have 2 syllables. Jump. Ping. Let us actually transliterate these, transcribe this word using the alphabetical symbols. تذكروا alphabetical symbols. أول شيء كيف نعملها؟ jump. ping. هذه ing. jumping. الآن كيف هذه تعليلها؟ symbols من نحاول نشخصها. symbols بتتكون من onset، والonset اللي هي الرايم تتكون من جزئيتين منها نيكولاس وكودا. اوكي، اول شيء وين هي the onset؟ the j is the onset. النيكولاس اللي هي لازم تكون vowel، ماشي؟ jam. لكن الآن هذه how many syllables؟ احنا عملنا تحليل أول syllable اللي هو لهنا، هذا أول syllable، ظل في عندنا syllable ثاني لأنه two syllables we have. ping، P هو consonant. You should put it under the onsets. وحكينا من القواعد we've said that the liquids and some nasals alveolar sounds like ing can come as a nicholas. حكينا الام n l ing can be a nicholas for some word. طيب هذه consonant وين لازم أضعها؟ تحت النيكولاس. هو بالعادة الكونسونانت should be under the coda، right؟ لكن حكينا تتذكروا القاعدة L R M N ing ممكن يجوا nickily to some words، فممكن انهم يجوا nickily. لكن اللي لازم تعرفوه انه لازم اصغر مقطع صوتي في الانجليزي لابد انه يكون فيه نيكولاس. هذا مقطع صوتي انجليزي ping، صح؟ بتكون two sounds، صح؟ هذا الساوند هو consonant لكن هذه حالة شاذة. حكينا انه الليكويدز والانج احيانا ممكن يجي nickily to some words. فهذه الكلمة تتكون من jumping. jumping لما اجينا حللناها في التري diagram، هذه jump m. اوكي، نيجي المقطع الثاني ping p onset لانه مستحيل يجي nickily. ظل عندنا الانج بنحطها كودا ولا نيكلي؟ لا، بنحطها نيكلي. لماذا؟ لأنه أخذنا قاعدة إنه every syllable in English must have a nickely. لأنه لو حطيت الانج تحت الكودا الجملة كان صار في خطأ في لفظي. Okay, so hopefully that was clear. Let us move on and take another one. Help. 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 كم فيها syllable؟ فيها syllable واحد. خلينا نعمل kind of transcription. هذا بنسميه transcription، هو وصف صوتي. help L P L P help help L L. الآن من نيجي لاحظوا كيف لفظ مش L in English. We can't say L in English. We should say L R لأنه هذا بسميها liquids. liquids يعني انزلاقية، وهذه ما فيها عيب في الإنجليزي إنك تحكي L. people syllable help. أوكي، L لأنه هيك الصوت، لكن مش L help. هذه لازم we need to pay attention to it. help خلينا نقطعها. هذا السيلابل بتكون عندنا onset rhyme، والرايم فيها جزئيتين. الجزء الأول هي نيكلي كودا، بعدين نيجي نقسم we put it under the tree. How many onset? It has one onset و L P. ليش حطينا ال L مع انه consonant as a nickly؟ لأنه حكينا liquid sounds والnasal sounds ممكن يجوا initially to some syllable, to some word syllables. احنا بالعادة الان هي لازم تكون vowel، لكن في حالات حكينا في السلايد اللي قبليها، في حالات liquid sounds والnasal sounds مثل ang او n، هذول كلهم ممكن يجوا initially to some words. So how many في الامتحان كيف بسأله؟ how many syllables, onsets, nickely and codas does word help have? بعيد السؤال. How many syllables, onsets, nicholas and codas does this word have? You should tell me this word have one syllable, one onset, one nickely and one coda. coda هي اختصارها C. خلينا ناخذ مثال آخر. hello. لاحظوا أنت ممكن you can recognize the syllables of each word just by paying attention to the way you say it. hello. في عندنا syllable, two syllables. هذا one syllable. low. hello. مش او، هذه او. hello. هذه hello، فلازم تكون شوى. hello لأنها قصيرة. hello. So how many syllables we have? 2 syllables. خلينا نقسمهم. هذه في عندنا onset rhyme، والrhyme في جزئيتين Nicholas وcoda. Okay, let us pay attention now to it. How many onset we have? We have one onset. How many Nicholas we have? We have the schwa. Do we have a coda for the first syllable? Yes, L. إذن ممكن يعني you may have, when you have a word consists of 2 syllables, each syllable consists of syllables parts. فلاحظوا أول مقطع كان هل، تكون من onset, Nicholas and coda. المقطع الثاني low تكون من onset و Nicholas. لاحظوا كيف hello. هذا المقطع الأول وهذا المقطع الثاني. في الامتحان ممكن أسألك how many syllables, onsets, nickely and codas does the word hello have? You should be able to say it has 2 onsets. خلينا بالاختصارات. 2 onsets, 2 nickely, 1 coda. How many syllables? 2 syllables. I really enjoy doing these mathematical phonetician things, phonetical things. So please, you're going to enjoy these. Just try to do them by yourself. I will do more examples in this class. For this class, we will only talk about how to recognize the syllable of different words and how to transcribe them, and how to use the tree diagram to cut them up into small sounds units. Okay, let us see the other word now. The word is pencil, pencil, pen, cell. Okay, how many syllables? How many syllables does it have? It has 2 syllables. Pen, cell. لاحظوا ما حطيت سي أصلا، وأنا بتعامل with sounds، أنا ما بتعامل مع spellings. هنا spelling لكن هنا sound pronunciation. يلا خلينا نعمل 3 diagram. في عنا 3 diagram. The first one consists of onset. الرايم بتكون من Nicholas and codas. Okay, how many onsets we have in the first syllable? P, A, N, S, E, L. Pencil. 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 I guess right here you should say pen. Sorry, it's right here. You should say pencil. So instead of putting the I right here, you can delete it simply and put it right here. We have pencil. حكينا إنه ال L, it can be a Nicholas for some word syllable. واضحة? Let's move on and take another exam. Another example. Clock. 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 لاحظوا how many syllables does it have? Only one. Claw. Clock. 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 طيب خلينا نشوف الآن 3 diagram. onset. الرايم بتكون من جزئيتين. الجزئية الأولى Nicholas coda. يلا how many onsets does it have? How many onsets does it have? First one, K, clock, law, L, and R, and K. Clock. طبعا في هذه الحالة لماذا why do I put L and R at the same under the Nicholas? Why do I put the L and R under the Nicholas? Because I want you to pay attention to this mistake. So once we have a vowel, this is the core of the word. The consonant should move back. So it should look like this. Clock. هكذا هي الصح. هذه خاطئة وهذه هي الصحيحة. Okay? Because some consonants together, they might be one onset. Okay? Table. Table. بالعادة E in English, if it comes at the end of any word, it doesn't have a transcription because we don't pronounce it. We don't say tably. That's wrong. That's incorrect. We say table. So the E is silent. It is silent. Okay, فلذلك it doesn't. We don't put it between these two brackets, these two slashes. So T is for T. This one is pronounced like A, and here is the B, and here is the L. Table. how many syllables does it have? Table. The diagram right here will show us the syllables, the units of the syllables of this word. We have Nicholas and Coda. We got Tay, Bell, Bell, table, table, table. Try to say it again with me. Table. So right here, how many onsets we have? We got 2 onsets. First of all, 2 syllables, 2 onsets, and we got 2 Nicholas. How many codas we have? We have 0. 0 coda. ما في coda. 0. So remember this exercise very well. Okay, let us see another example right here. Happy, happy, P. How many syllables we have? We have 1 ha and P. So we got ha, P. هذا هو transcription تاعها. ها هذه هيك تكتب. ها P. How many syllables? We have 2 syllables. I put this dot just to let you know that we have 2 syllables. Okay, let us go back to the tree diagram. So we have onset, we got rhyme, then the rhyme consists of 2 things, the Nicholas and coda. Let us now diagnose the sounds of this word. Okay, let us start with the first one. We got ha, onset لأنه هي vowel, والH vowel, والonset دائما vowel, عفوا consonant, والH consonant, والonset دائما بدهم consonant. Luckily, in most cases they are vowels. خلينا نكتبها بطريقة سليمة أكثر. لاحظوا الآن ها، هذا أول مقطع. ها P P ها P. Do we have codas? No, it's 0. إذن خلينا try to describe it now. I guess you're saying that we have 2 syllables, 2 onsets, 2 Nicholas, and 0 coda. And 0 coda. So I want you now to go back to our last classes, try to understand these symbols. بدك تفهم هذه الرموز لأنه في الامتحان هحكي لك what is the phonetic transcription of the word happy, for example. لازم تكون تعرف إنه هذا الشكل تقرأها happy. ممكن أعطيك الترانسكريبشن وأعطيك 4 كلمات وتختار الكلمة اللي بتمثلها هذه الرموز الصوتية، أو العكس، إن أعطيك كلمة وأعطيك رموز صوتية وأي واحدة من هذه الرموز الصوتية تتشابه مع هذه الكلمة أو تصف هذه الكلمة. أيضا هناك بعض الأسئلة على الرموز الصغيرة مثل الآ والإي والإي، هذول كلياتهم لازم تكون الآن على معرفة فيهم. وأرجو إذا كان في هناك أي غموض please try to email me. Okay? School. School. How many syllables? School. school. We have one syllable. يلا أول واحدة SKOOL. School. School. هنا we have نكلي هذه vowel O. الكودة كان A و CK. لاحظوا ممكن الانسنتس the answers may start with 2 or 3, actually up to 3 consonants together. ممكن في الانجليزي بعض الكلمات تبدأ with 2 consonants together without a vowel، لكن هذول ندرة. Liverpool. Liverpool. The pool. Liverpool. Liverpool. How many syllables we got? The pool. The pool. the pool. مش ليفربول. ليفربول. اوكي يلا على الدايجرام. وعندنا انست، في هنا رايم، الرايم تكون من نيكولاس كودا. خلينا الان نجزء كل سيلبل نضعه تحت القائمة المطلوبة. لي بعدين الثانية the pool. The question is, how many syllables, onsets, nuclei, and codas does this word have? في عندنا أول شيء 3 syllable, 3 onsets, 3 nuclei, and 1 coda. And 1 coda. Carefully. Carefully. لاحظوا. Carefully. مرة أخرى. هنا في عندنا الأنست، الرايم بيتكون من نيكولاس ومن كير. care, care. Okay, care. Lee. We have 3 onsets, 3 nicolas, 3 syllables, and 2 codas. Okay, for the rest now, I want you to pay attention to this word, mommy. We have 2 syllables, 2 onsets, and 2 necali, and one mum, and 1 coda. Computer, computer. How many onsets? We have 3. How many nicolas? We have 3. How many coda? We have 1. How many syllables? We have 3. For here, as you can see, we have covered 2 important things today: how to transcribe some words, and how to use the tree diagram to cut up the syllables of each word. Hopefully you got the lesson. Please do these exercises and understand them by yourself. Ask me if you have any question. For now, thank you so much. I will see you next class inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum.